Ladies and gentlemen, this is Internet Personality Vangelis, and we're here building some sprue kits. I couldn't sleep last night, and now it's the morning, so I guess it's time for models. I'm going to start getting this guy put together ASAP after I figure out where I want to focus things. Anyway, I'm going to build his pelvis first, because that's what we do. And this is probably going to be a whole lot like that Master Chief, I'm assuming. Although I can't actually remember a lot of that build specifically. I just remember concepts that happened within that build, like the easy poppability of parts and the labeling of things. And I did all that already for building the lower half of the bat, so that we don't have to spend too much time looking at, you know, a fellow popping parts off of a sprue. If you want to get some of that, I guess that's exclusive to the buyer experience or something. I don't know. I figured it wouldn't be super interesting to actually sit there watching someone pop all these parts off. It would just make this longer, and I would probably be quite silent during a lot of it. But I got everything laid out here to build Batman from the waist down, and we're going to attach his utility belt now. A lot of this stuff is cast in some pretty nice looking plastic. Like this gold plastic for his utility belt, I think looks pretty sway. Sway is a new phrase the kids are using, I've decided. I'm a trendsetter, so I'm just setting the trend right now. Get the side utility belts on. And as with the Master Chief, I'm not going for paint on these things. I want to build them, you know, as the god of Bandai intended. So no tools, no paint, just sprue, snap, and pop and crackle and whatever that really irritating beeping noise is outside. I think we're going to build us a hip now. Oh man, make sure I'm building this right. I'm also trying a new filming angle. I don't know if you noticed. And I'm not sure how well I'm keeping everything in that new viewing angle, but hopefully it's all going okay. If you do miss any of the finer details of this build, allow me to begin by quite simply prostrating and something. I think is this the right? Oh yeah, it is. I don't actually feel all that tired, which is kind of scary because maybe that means I just got some of that straight up insomnia business going on, but it can sneak up on you, so I don't know if during the course of this V-build I'm going to suddenly become viciously unintelligible. In fact, wouldn't it be scary if I was just completely unintelligible right now and I had no idea? And then a bunch of people, like, say you guys were just total dicks and started just acting as though I was speaking complete nonsense and leaving comments going like, I watched the whole video 3 times and I couldn't understand a single word Vangelis was saying. He was just so tired. He was like speaking in tongues. I unsubscribed. Only, you know, actually watch the video 3 times, you know, to keep up the act. That would be the right and just thing to do, of course. What am I doing here? I want to put kneecaps together. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do in life. Oh, I see. The big peg is on the opposing sides of these. Okay, that makes sense. This is my spot. I gotta remember that this is my spot here. Oh, wait. The big pegs are both on the same one. Well, well, well. Guess we're just making us a kneecap sandwich. And got all our up arrows playing nice. Yep. So, pop. Now, I keep drifting to this side. Maybe I'll just move the camera over a bit. And then I'll pick a new focus spot. Alright, kneecaps. What was I saying? Kneecaps. And then, whatever this banana-shaped business is. I think this is an ankle. Yeah, this is an ankle. I glanced ahead. I found out that this is an ankle. I read some spoilers on the build. I decided some weeks, possibly now months ago, that I would do Batman next. I know I had asked you guys for some feedback when I built the Master Chief, And I had a really good reason why I was going to do Batman next based on that feedback, even though there was a lot of feedback for both Batman and that LBX fellow. But I actually cannot remember why I chose Batman, because it's been so long that I've forgotten. So, my apologies if you are disappointed by the lack of LBX and the presence of the Bat. Perhaps I can remind you, this is Batman. And last time I checked, Batman is still pretty cool. There's a hair on my thumb! Alright, I got it off. Putting the shoe of the Bat together. Alright, so we've got a leg of the Bat made. And let's do the other one. Why not? Let's just keep going. I'm gonna keep yammering. See if I can just keep my brain together. Come on, get in there. I kind of knocked my sleep schedule a bit funny, because I probably already put up a vlog about this, and I'm trying not to pepper it into all these videos, but I want a small talk, and I'm tired. So, I pulled a bit of a late night the other night, because I finally, after leaving it dormant for like months, figured out what I wanted to do with my Patreon page I'd made ages ago. And then since, like, October, it had been looked at and rewritten a few times, given a once-over by a contact of mine who knows how to edit the texts, and then I tweaked it a bit more. And then the other night I was like, hey, I know what I want to do for a video for this. And then I stayed up far too late, just sort of running on that creative spark and making that video. And now I'm all brain sideways. But that happens. I went brain sideways making the April Fool's video as well. So that's a couple videos in a row where I have not taken very good care of my brain. Oh well, it happens. It'll all come back together and everything will be fine, I'm sure. Either that or I will literally turn into a deranged recluse who fights crime in a costume at night. And really, if you lay it out like that, it sounds like a win-win, doesn't it? Like, how does anyone lose in that scenario? You either have... Did I put this together wrong? I don't know. Oh, it's just cocked a little sideways. You either have me feeling, you know, normal, or you have me just giving in, succumbing to the madness, and literally becoming Batman. I think we win either way, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. Except for me, I probably would end up pretty horrifically injured at some point, going out into the Toronto nights, dressed in Kevlar armor with pointy ears, and screaming, "I am the Knight." Probably wouldn't go that well. Maybe I'm being a bit defeatist, I don't know. Any of you ever gone out to fight crime at night? Let me know. Tell me some stories. Hopefully, stories of victory and not stories of how you got convinced to give up the life of vigilante crime fighting. Because those probably are sad stories of dreams being shattered along with teeth. Alright, let's assemble the groin of the Bat. Now, they point out here, hey, this little cross-shaped thingy here, or this little eye, that's the front of the utility belt, but all you have to do is look at the pelvis. This side has got a lump. This side has got butt cheeks. I think I know which one is the front. Okay, truth be told, I flipped a coin, but it looks like I guessed correctly. And there we go, we've got us half a Batman. So I'm going to lay out another set of parts, and we'll be right back. Hey, you know what? I forgot to mention, this guy also has this weird stand thing like the Master Chief had, and I built it to start building the Batman up on, so it's just going to go over there. And we're going to build the chest of the Batman. So, I want to take these things and clip them into this thing here. And let me grab my focus spot, because I almost forgot to do that. So I'm going to clip these in. Yeah, come on, get in there. There we go. And then according to the instructions, once I clip these in, tech. Let me get this light in a more helpful spot. Okay, now we're going to build a neck. So, let's stick the clip part on first. There we go. And with the throat, the Adam's apple armor pointing the right way. There we go. We built a neck. And we're gonna, whoops, jam this neck into this torso, into this chest. And, ooh, alright, don't forget this. Get the shoulder assembly inside the area where there would be a spine, but Batman has evolved beyond needing a spinal cord. I could zoom in a bit more, I suppose. Well, okay, that's about as far as I can go. Let's get this chest together. Blam! Alright, blam! There we go. It's all aligned. But, what's this cavity? What's this cavity across his pecs? I don't know. Let's fill it with colored piece to make it the right color. I like that. Like, that could have just been etched in. That's some Kotobukiya kind of stuff going on there. I like that a lot. Like using plastic color, where easily one could have just said, oh, just use a sticker or something. No, that's nice. I like that. And let's get this guy, whoops, popped in here. Much like the Master Chief, this thing, like, clips around 1 foot. And if you actually, like, start picking him up by the stand, it's pretty easy for him to fall off of it. But there we go, we've got a headless, armless, capeless Batman. So let's get into some arm action. And before I do, I'm going to show you, because I didn't show this on here at all, and I may as well. If you want to see how easy it is to pop a piece off of sprue kits and you haven't seen the Master Chief build, this is how easy it is. There you go. It's popped off, minimal flash. It's model kit potato chips, as I said back then. And it still feels like it now. This is kind of just fun, relaxing, super easy to do. So let's get this all laid out with the magic of editing. Arms and a head. We're going to go real far on this guy. We're going to get him built as naked Batman in this section. So I'm going to build some arms first. And enemies. It'll be even better, let me tell you, when I'm in focus, you won't even begin when I'm actually in focus. So we got that one on. And this thing actually calls for you to do both arms things at the same time. I think because they just use completely identical parts, so this saves on just a touch of printing. Next up, we'll take one of these and sandwich it between these gray armored lumps, these pythons, if you will. Yeah. Now what? Okay, leave that there. Oh, we got some fine parts now we gotta fit together. Some of the small stuff. And then what are we doing with that? Okay, putting it over here. Oh, okay, I can slot it into this right now. This looks like some elbow pad action. And then we're going to build a gauntlet. And put the spiky part on, and it seems to be all nice and safety ribbed for your safety. And then we're going to jam this in here. Boom! Alright, now what? Oh, okay, build a fist. Oh, and I can attach it to this now. And then we got a 2-part fist. Not really sure why this is in 2 parts. When, like, looking at the sprue, his weapon-holding hands are, and in his open hand, it's all single sculpted pieces. I don't really see why the fist had to be done in components, but I'm not complaining. And let's get this arm onto him here. I was hoping for a louder clack when that went in, but whatever, I'm not going to complain. Let's do all that one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Woo woo. Surging on through the V-Build adventure with an umlaut in the title. Oh man, I hope this is tiredness starting to take hold of me. That would be great. If I can just devolve it to some freestyle, that'd be properly street. Let's get this gauntlet put together before I start popping more mad rhymes. Get this in like this. And then put you on here. Whoop. And we're making another fist, which is all well and good. But also have this open hand piece, and these are, like, this open hand piece, just a single piece. So we got some hand options. His fingers get pretty long when they unclench. That's kind of terrifying. I'm just going to put the fist on for now. You know, for proper figure art style stock photography where superheroes stand fists clenched and legs slightly apart. And this is pretty good looking for a bat body. Anyway, let's build that head now. So this is a pretty simple assembly. Just putting together the cowl, and then to make him a real person, we're going to stick his mouth into his mask, and that way you know that he's human. There you go. Unfortunately, he's got no eyes, so that's something you're just going to have to paint in if you really want them. Maybe I will. I mean, it's an application of white paint onto two little spots. Maybe I can handle that. Anyway, let's get this guy caped up. The cape instructions are down here on the bottom. Where are the weapon? Oh, the weapon instructions are back here. That explains it. But yeah, the cape instructions are right here. And you know what? Let's live pop this. Let's just do it. Let's run with it. So we're gonna pop 32. I totally hit the microphone with the frame. There we go, 32. And we're going to clip 31 and 30 down onto it. There are so few parts left, it's pretty easy to tell what is what. That's number 30. Ooh, that was a nice meaty walnut crackle. Parts clipping into place, not into piece. There we go. We've got his shoulder cape put together here. Now we just need part number 33. Oh, yeah, and here comes probably the worst piece of the entire build. So I thought this was going to be fabric, right? And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's going to be really thin fabric. But then I noticed that it's got printing on it to look like a cape. So this is Batman's cape. It is a glossy piece of printed paper. It is like thinner paper, I think, than the instruction manual here, or the instruction poster. This is the chintziest garbage. This is terrible. I realize, you know, this is a simple kit going for a simple price point. I realize all that, but at a certain point, a paper printed cape like this really brings the whole thing down. Now on the bright side, like, this mounting point is 2 pegs. So if you want to cut a fabric cape, you just have to make 2 pinholes, and it would mount pretty easy. Maybe that could be a long-term project for me or something, if I ever remember. And I think I've successfully never done any long-term projects that I say I'm going to, so, you know, I've got a good track record there. And this then, so this L clips, or L tabs down into here. But yeah, this paper cape is such hot garbage. Like, oh well. I'm not really mad. It's just, it is not up to par with the, like, this is already kind of a simple kit. That paper cape is not up to par whatsoever. I'm gonna go instructionless because there are not many sprues left here, and he's got guns and hands for holding them. Well, guns, he's Batman. But yeah, here we go. We've got a Batarang. Oh, this is kind of funny. Hang on, let me get this off here. This Batarang is so thin that I kind of don't want to rip it out because I think I might snap the Batarang in half. But look at this. This Batarang, this thing has got like a square handled tip on it. Oh wait, I'm trying to autofocus and I don't have it on. There we go. Hey, look at this. Look at this nonsense here. It's not nonsense. It's great, but it's kind of funny. That's how he holds on to it. And we got his grapnel gun here. Come on out. There we go. Pew pew. We get some hands onto these accessories just to hold them in the interim. So these weapon holding hands, I thought these were gonna have like an extra set of fingers to put down like the fists, but no. These are just like they come off the sprue just like this, and you just stick the square bit in, and there you go. He's holding an accessory. Put his grapnel gun in this one. I don't really mind that. It's a great way to keep them, you know, they're not just tiny pieces of plastic now. They have a whole hand attached, so it's not going to be very easy to lose them. And it appears I've got some spare poly caps. So, yay. Good times are rolling. And let's get this guy and his accessories down here. Get onto your stand, fella. Oh, Batman. Why has it all got to fall apart? Let's go back to autofocus. I'm gonna zoom out here slightly. Get this this drunk cleaned up. At least lie down on your back, man. Are you missing anything? Any weapon storage here? Nope. Alright. So that's Sprue Kit's Batman. Let's get him on his stand, I guess. And yeah, he's looking pretty cool. Let me take you down here to the level. His scale is the same as the Master Chief. And I can't remember if I actually came to a conclusion as to what scale that is. But, man, he's not playing nice with that stand anymore. Come on, stay there. Here he is next to a deluxe Transformer. And my current favorite SH Figuarts figure. Let's zoom out a little bit. And yeah, he's not really SH Figuarts scale whatsoever, and he's not G.I. Joe scale, kind of like the Master Chief. He's just this weird Sprue Kit's scale. But getting these guys out of the way, let's get him into a little pose. Let's see how he works here. So we've got a ball-jointed and hinged neck assembly. So, oh man, he can brood. Let's get in close. And we've got, okay, so this stuff can get out of the way of his shoulder articulation. And he's going to do this thing where his shoulders come forward on that hinge that we built. Bicep swivels. That's a pretty nice elbow. This is ball jointed, right? Yep. Cool. And then he's got some Figuartsy hips with a thigh swivel that feels like it can come apart if I really wanted to. So I'm going to stop trying to make it come apart. Oh no, it's not. I'm just revealing the peg. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, you can high kick. He's got a double jointed knee with some Play Arts Kai-ass knees going on there. Oh damn. And ball jointed ankle. A decent amount of rock and tilt. That's cool. And his cape has infinite points of articulation because it's a cheap piece of paper. So here, I'm going to get him ready to throw a Batarang, I think, and then we'll call it. So I've still got the LBX Sprue Kit to build at some point. It's just over behind me somewhere. Swapping the hands is a breeze. And yeah, I kind of like this Batman. Like, aside from the fact that he has no eyes, and I don't think... Aside from a very small piece of plastic on the inside of his head, maybe that could have been a way to do them without requiring paint, which would have been super cool, but I don't know, I think he turned out okay. Like, his eyes are really the only part of this guy that feel like something's missing. Like, you know, dot those in white, and I think he would work. Like, you could put some shading onto his flesh on his face there, too, but dotting in his eyes, and he would just look like a perfectly fine action figure. So I really like this, actually. He's looking pretty cool. That's been a V-Build. Thank you all for checking that out. This has been Internet Personality Vangelus. And I'm not really feeling tired yet, and that's kind of spooking me, so I'm going to go and see if I can do something about that. Take it easy. And pray to me! Wrong Batman.